Hey, friends, let's talk about our picture of God. I heard a story of a kid in Sunday school. Remember Sunday school? The class had some free time to draw, and the teacher looks over the shoulder, says to the child, "Oh, what's that?" And the kid, still furiously drawing, says, "God." "Well, nobody knows what God looks like," the Sunday school teacher replied. "They will in a minute," said the kid. Friend, what is your mental picture of God? John Mark Comer writes in his book, Practicing the Way, quote, Tozer famously said, "What comes into our minds when we think about God is the most important thing about us, because we become like our mental picture of God." For this reason, spiritual formation in the way of Jesus begins with the healing of our false images of God. If a person's vision of God is distorted, if they view him as harsh, demeaning, or chronically angry, or as liberal, laissez-faire, and simply there to champion their sexual pleasure, the more religious they become, the worse they become, because we become like who we believe God is. End quote. Comer reminds me of C.S. Lewis's sobering remark, "Of all bad men, religious bad men are the worst." End quote. And so it is of paramount importance that we continually remind ourselves that God is like Jesus. Jesus is God in human form. To see him is to see God. Jesus is the highest and clearest revelation of God possible. One day, Jesus said to his followers, "Those who kill you will think they are doing a holy service for God." It's an unassailable fact of history that no one has persecuted and murdered more Christians than Christians. Doing violence in the name of God can only come from a distorted view of reality. If our religion is anything other than practicing the words, works, and ways of Jesus, now whether one's religion recognizes this or not, if it's anything other than that, it's bound to go bad on us. And so Jesus says to one and all, "Follow me." As we do so, we will be formed by the Spirit of Christ. We will be experiencing formation through following. The challenge to Jesus followers is to clearly see God as Jesus embodies him, and to paint this picture for others to see, even Christians. That's all for now. Leave a comment or question and join the conversation.